There's an infinite options in order to make money. Therefore, you do the one thing that you know how to do to make money and will work, is you get a salary. You see what everyone else is doing to get freedom, make their money, their 103K, be able to quit their job from being broke as fuck. Just because it makes money isn't financial freedom. You're still broke. Even if you're not financially broke, you're mentally broke or broken. Think about it. The mindset of doing what other people do is so burned into your brain that even when you look for something that is supposed to free you, you're still looking at other people's goals. You're looking at other people's businesses, other people's investment strategy, other people's career. The thing is, other people's things is not what is going to work for you. And you're probably even wondering right now, how the fuck did I make my 103K? Stop. You need to find what is going to work for you. Sure, you can look for ideas. So let me tell you, I can't, and no one can ever tell you what you should do or what was going to work for you. But what I can absolutely tell you how to do is how to find it for yourself, how I found it for myself. And I can't get you to the work. I can't make you put in the time, but I can give you the strategy that will allow you to put in the time so then you can do the work to eventually get whatever it is that you're looking for in anything. In other words, if you want the 3 rules that you can just impose on yourself, filter down the infinite options that you're not sure about down to just the options that you are sure about and that you know will be profitable and enjoyable for you, so then you can sustain it for as long as you need to get to where you want to go, then you can. Here are the 3 rules. You need profit, passion, and health. That's it. And they all need to feed into each other in order to get to your version of financial freedom. Start with the passion. So just think about what are the things that you enjoy learning about, whether that's sales, that's copywriting, or it's a specific topic, like you like snowboarding, you like skiing, or you like ping pong, or you like working out in the gym, or nutrition, or a specific career, like you like creative type stuff like design or making buildings. What are all those things? And have them listed out. And with these things listed out in mind, you want to go into number 2, which is to now look for profitable models that are within these topics that you would say is your passion. So what does that mean? If you take ping pong, for example, you could become a pro ping pong player. You could become a ping pong coach. You could work in a ping pong store. You could own your own ping pong store. Maybe you could start selling ping pong equipment. There's many things under the passion that are genuinely profitable business models. Or maybe if you wanted a career, of course, that would be like a pro player, but also could be like a manager at a particular store. Or you could be a sales rep at an equipment store, or you could help sell like ping pong coaching programs. Or if it was an investment strategy, maybe you could just invest in a ping pong company and just only work investing in that industry, or even more private equity, like you invest in individual people that want to start up or invest in the ping pong teams, right? Out of the models that you do find and you genuinely think are somewhat enjoyable, and you filter that down by thinking, okay, which of these models do I think I can commit to at least 5 years? And I say 5 years because generally it takes people 2 to 5 years to get any sort of traction going, like actually build something enough that people are willing to pay for it. And usually the reason why that is just because it's going to take you probably around 2 to 5 years to build the necessary skills to help people enough to be able to receive a salary or get a return from an investment, or build a business that is able to get people to actually want to pay for a particular service. Then let's say you pick your top 3 models that are inherently enjoyable because they started with your passion, and they're inherently profitable because you looked online for ways to make it profitable. If you want some help here, you don't have to think on your own, or you don't have to search it up on YouTube. Of course, you can ask other people. You can use AI, which I think is extremely helpful in this case for brainstorming. Like, don't ask AI what you should do. Use it to brainstorm. And then also, of course, just doing your own research, watching videos, searching online. You just go and try one for 2 weeks. And this is the protocol that I use myself. And the reason why I say 2 weeks is because, of course, you're not going to get any results, right? A lot of people, when they go and try something, they look for results, the ability to make results. But again, you're not going to have the necessary skills built up for years. So don't look for results. Instead, look to validate the actual passion in the model. Validate this connection right here between passion and profit. If that is valid and you like it, you like that model, and of course it's in a topic that you like, then you keep going past the 2 weeks to actually get the results. So 2 to 5 years. If not, then you just go to the next item on your list. What is the next business model in whatever passion that it is? Give it a try for 2 weeks. If you like it, again, keep going. If you don't like it, then just pick another one. 2 weeks is not a lot of time to spend on something, although it's enough time to get a good feel of something. And of course, until you get a feel for it, until you try something, you have no idea. You really have no idea. So that's why you are at least putting in the 2 weeks. And now that you've built this up right here, you just have to start to build this particular connection right here with the health. And that health is also going to be built into your passion. Because if you think about it, if you have a healthy mind, like you're energized all the time from great sleep, good workouts, and you're eating good, your brain feels clear, you have no brain fog, you can think quick, you're able to like sit for long hours if you need to sit, or you're able to do your physical labor for long hours if you have to do physical labor, or walk around or talk to people or interact with people. You have the health to do that for the full, again, 2 to 5 years that's required to build up the skills to actually make profit. And then also, of course, from the health, if you're just feeling good, then it's going to allow this passion to shine through and then let you keep going on all these endeavors. And of course, this is not only the criteria needed to find what you want. If you keep this criteria, and especially keeping up the health, this is what's going to be the actual financial freedom. The thing that you go beyond the 5 years, go the next decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. And of course, you can shift a little bit, but this is the basis of what you just need to keep balanced all the time. Every single one of these aspects is going to keep it sustainable for you in a both mental, physical, and like spiritual level, on all levels, without ignoring the rules of the world. Because if you didn't have the profit, that's like ignoring the rules of the world. It's a hobby. It's not going to work. It's not going to be sustainable. If you didn't have the passion, of course, you're going to hate yourself and burn out. If you didn't have the health, well, you're going to like burn out and die, burn out in a different way. All right, so this is the theory. And of course, you can now try the 2-week strategy. Although if you are getting stuck in your head, you find that you start to doubt yourself. Oh, I'm not really sure if I'm passionate about this or not. And you find it very difficult to separate the results and genuine enjoyment. And you want to be able to interact with other high-skilled employees, maybe business owners, investors, people that are genuinely working on the goal of financial freedom or have already achieved financial freedom like myself. You want to be able to use your time better by getting high signal feedback from them, get unstuck from whatever is going on in your mind all the time. If that is something that you're looking for, I actually have something created for you. It is a free community that you can join. It is in the top link in the description if you are interested. So now you're able to get started, and now you have also a way to get feedback if you really do want it on something specific. Although you may have realized this profit section here is actually very easy. The hard part, although sounds easy, is to keep the passion and health aspect high or balanced. And the way that I like to think about it is this passion and health is like the pH for your profit. So pH, thinking about water pH. If the pH is very high, it is sour. If the pH is very low, it's basic water, like bitter water or too alkaline. So for your profit, if your pH or your passion and health is starting to sour, that's like you're getting irritated or angry with your work and you're not wanting to do it anymore. If it's getting too low or too basic, you become bitter from your work. It is getting boring. You're getting depressed. So we want to keep it right in the middle, which is keep you from being depressed, but also keep you from burning out and being all sour, like, acidic. So how this works is, for myself, I've done drop shipping. I've also done consulting, which is, of course, this job that I have right here. And I do have this business that I'm running based on this YouTube channel, which is kind of like solo consulting. And I do little of investing with what savings I have as well. You might not see the connection here, and you might not see like, how does it relate to this PPH or profit pH? Well, the drop shipping, I started because I did want to start my own business. And I thought I was passionate about it. I thought I could stay healthy and sustain it for however many years. Well, I did it for like 1 or 2 years and I wasn't passionate about it. I realized that it's just shit. But I did realize eventually that I still do like business. So having that in mind, I pivoted over a bit, which I got a job as a consultant, which of course is very related to business. But then eventually I realized like, oh, fuck, I'd rather actually have a business on my own and be much more flexible in how I do things. So I started this business, which is sort of like solo consulting. And then I also do investing, which is related to things I did in the past. Like I did investing in the past. Like that's how I lost a whole bunch of money before. But regardless, you can see the evolution here. I didn't change my skill set, but I changed little things in there in order to still keep the pH. So ultimately, when you want to pivot and you find your pH is off, you need to just look at 3 different things: the model, the process, and also the effect. Is it the effect? Like for myself in dropshipping, I hated the fact that it's literally fucking useless. Like you don't help anyone doing dropshipping. You're literally just making money, like scraping what little you can off random products. So that's why I transitioned to doing the consulting and stopped doing this. And then once I got into being a consultant, that's when the model comes in. I didn't like the model of the career. Therefore, I moved back into the business model, like actually making a business. So that's what got rid of consulting and got me moving along this way to now where I am now, which I think is most enjoyable in terms of effect. Like I'm working with people one-on-one. I can see that I'm actually helping people, and also the model. So it's a actual business rather than a career, which I don't enjoy as much. And last part, process. My best example here is in the investing. I previously did day trading, but I found day trading goddamn sucks. Like I always have to be looking at the chart, and then I have to spend hours playing out a trade. And then it's honestly very taxing on the mind to sit there and put in a short-term trade and literally like stare at it for like 2 hours and then close the trade at the end of the day and then put in another one. It's a pain. So I now shifted to a more long-term investing strategy. So then I can just divert time into the business that I want to run. So that is the process. Is there something in particular that is making you irritated in the thing that you enjoy? Then you change it. So if it was too often, then you change it to something less. If it's like, oh, you don't like taking sales calls, well, then maybe you can double down on making videos or copywriting. Or maybe you don't like commuting to your job. You don't like driving. Well, could you take the train? And that's more enjoyable. And actually, these 3 things, the model, process, or effect, is the exact same thing within the health aspect as well. If you don't like the model, so you don't like weightlifting, you don't like going to the gym, well, maybe you could do calisthenics at home. You could do home workouts. Or if you don't like a process, like, oh shit, I hate doing chin-ups. Well, do you like doing pull-ups? Or I hate like doing bicep curls. Well, then instead of bicep curls, could you just do chin-ups alone? Or you don't like the effect. Like you don't want to build huge muscles. You rather just have good cardio. That's what you want. You like to have insane endurance, be able to run for hours and hours and hours. Well, then just do more running and don't do as much of the strength training. Essentially, number 1, find which one of these is the problem. Number 2, you change it. And number 3, you stay within this same skill set, but then you just kind of pivot a little bit and adjusting these things, keep getting something more and more enjoyable, more and more healthy for you, to then, of course, will feed into the profit eventually. And that is actual financial freedom. So now you're able to find and refine your financial freedom in order to be the most enjoyable as possible and keep going. Although your brain might be fried from the internet, which means you get distracted before you even start doing work, and also you get distracted while you're doing work. If that is the case, you can watch this video right here to learn some daily protocols that I use to overcome that problem.